Alright, y'all, so we did get those fake panels from JJK, but we got some new Raws and a little bit of spoiler from One Piece, so let's check it out. So the chapter begins with, the start and the showing of the God Valley incident. Well, the native hunting tournament. They're taking some of the Davy clan members. They show about 8 out of 9 of them. So they're taking the Davy clan members and they're basically towing them along in chains. Some of the celestial dragons are throwing axes at them, and they're also accusing them of being buccaneers. Now it's not confirmed in the chapter, but it is talked about, and of course there's speculation, and it would seem to be that would make more sense, seeing how Teach and Kuma have a similar body type, yet they're not exactly the same. During the chapter, we do get to see Teach clutching his mother, and basically, after the scene we saw in the last chapter where she's telling him he has to stay alive, you're seeing the parallels, how Teach is now one of the most feared pirates to be on the water, and back then he was clutching his mother for, hiding and, well, being scared from celestial dragons. But of course, when you're being hunted for in a tournament, what else would you do? So it's very, very, very telling to see how things just change and flip, especially seeing how, knowing what we know with Teach and Ace fighting way back when, it adds a lot more significance to that, because you have two legends and their children fighting now. I mean, while Luffy carries a lot of Ace's will, has a lot of Roger in him, the actual significance of being, the heir to these two huge names and being blood related by, it's just really huge. It's really big. And it just shows a lot that Teach knows and always knew a lot more. We always knew he knew a lot more than he was given on. And, it's more interesting to see. But let's continue with the spoilers. So, as it's going on, we do get a scene here where Dragon is actually stopping Celestial Dragon, who's about to try to kill Ivankov. And of course, before they kill Ivankov, they're shot with a tranquilizer dart by Dragon. Now, we know Dragon didn't want to really kill any of these people, and he has humanity in him. So he's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this ain't cool anyway. So he brought the trains, and thank God he did. Now, amidst all the chaos of him doing this, we also see a wicked double spread of who else but the goddamn Rocks Pirates. So as they show up, everybody is, you know what type of time they on. But Rocks is like, this is probably the first time we hear them say it, and we'll probably ever hear it, and the last time we'll see it from this crew. He's telling them we still need to get Shaki. They have treasures here. There's a lot to gain. We should work together for the first time. You know what I'm saying? And make this happen. If there is no hiccups or anything, that means his plan of actually getting Teach and his wife back could actually work out. But you already know that's not how things play out. We do get to see the dang Roger Pirates show up, though, of course. And of course, Oda had to add a little bit of humor in there. It was pretty funny. You're thinking they're all gonna listen to Roger, but here we go with them trampling that boy, because they gonna get Shaki. And they got treasure, but they gonna get Shaki. That's the goal here. So as the chapter comes to the close, we also do see Garp show up, and all the Marines there are excited because, of course, they were panicking seeing as all these pirates are showing up, these two big crews. But now you got Garp here. He drops in with a galaxy impact, hitting some of the pirates or whatever on the island. And as I said, they're all cheering. They're all excited. They feel like they have a hell of a boon in Garp. And I mean, I would too. Now, I don't have the picture for it, but we do finally get to see a full spread of the God's Knight. I'll say of that era because we don't know if they're all still in play right now. Somebody could die today, in the next chapters coming up, and that will replace for current God's Knights. But we do know there is a new lady there. She has this kind of wild looking hair, and she kind of looks a little bit like the new guy we saw, Killingham. And then we see another guy. He kind of looks like a Yeti. But they're God's Knights as well. We see a young Garling, of course, but he's squatted up now. So, of course, we're probably going to get the famous scene. Don't forget that way back when Shanks went to go stop Whitebeard before the Marineford Award. Not stop Whitebeard, but he went to go parlay. He had just recently come from stopping Kaido. And he was talking to Whitebeard, and Whitebeard says to him, "Every time I see you, it makes my chest hurt." Now, we never knew why that might be. We always wondered why, but of course, with all the recent information we've been getting regarding Garling, we do see, and we will see, well, we don't see yet, but we will see why that happens. I mean, of course, we're not dumb, and if you're smart enough, you can probably speculate that Garland gonna chop that boy up just a little bit in the chest, which is probably also how he ends up being so sick later. Because I mean, it's Garland, so we're expecting him to do something foul to him. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm glad I was able to give y'all this update, and check it out.